M-Drive vehicle there from Bush Lodge. Patrick and Abel in there, both of them really favorite characters of mine around here. Patrick is still one of my good friends and a brilliant tracker. And Abel's my first tracker around here. He showed me the ropes around Juma. So I'm just busy cleaning a few pictures off here. As always, my card is full on the camera. Something I do have to chuckle about sometimes. Look at that. Oh, this is what we were hoping for earlier this morning. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, what a view. This is the Shire one again. I said for now, happy to go with calling it in Ghana. Amazing. Bit of meat left. I think also just the whole experience started yesterday. I had quite an interesting moment with the eye of that impala. Look at that. Leopard next to its food.
Yeah, film speed pulling out.
Enjoyable. I'm going to go slightly forward. Just going to give you a slightly more open view of this little leopard.
Nicolas, also physical okay, gotta try that side.
Oh, how's that? The engine running. Sure. Guys, again, I don't really know what more to say. It's just, it's breathtaking. Big marula tree. Look at that view. Such a beautiful animal. I don't know if she's going to eat that much. They looked pretty full earlier, but maybe she's just going to try and squeeze a few more morsels of meat into the stomach. Interesting to see. Maybe they'll stick around for the afternoon. I think most of the food is pretty close to finish now. Sorry, I interrupted myself there a little bit. Just saying that food-wise, there's still a bit of food left in the neck and the facial area. So if we're very lucky, this might keep them here into the evening a bit. But certainly I think they'll stick around for the day. It's also nice and overcast weather. It's the kind of weather leopard are often active in. So we might see a bit of them moving around to the warthol even today. It's not impossible. But if not today, I think this evening again, certainly would be worth a while to keep a close eye on that warthol. Fly climbing inside my ear there. Sorry. Sometimes I feel a little bit, maybe almost silly describing two things going on in the vehicle, but sometimes you're busy talking and suddenly a fly flies into your ear. point it almost takes over all your awareness. It's worthwhile mentioning to you at least, so that at least if I'm making some weird funny sounds, you know that I'm not totally crazy. It's quite an interesting part of this as well. I was actually taking a photograph of exactly that impala's head and face. That eye still has a bit of a shine to it. Yesterday when we found this, it was still fresh enough that you really had a reflection in the eye. Eyes are very interesting. It's all about what we see to a large extent, especially as humans. I think maybe more so than what we see. It's just the very essence of life that can be perceived in the eye. You know, you look at something's ear and it sort of looks the same, no matter how much or how little the animal can hear. Obviously, you look at an elephant or a kudu and you know they can hear very well. But my point is that there's something magical. Again, it's one of my favorite words because I do believe in magic in so many ways. But there is something truly beautiful and vital and so many other words that I can't think of now, but just really interesting in the eyes of animals, very life, windows to the soul, as we've spoken of before, a while back with that elephant photographs, took some amazing eye photographs of wonky, these leopards, human eyes, all the logos, all the different things at the top of the Wild Earth website. For those of you that haven't been on the website, really is worth your while maybe checking it out if you've got a few minutes. I know many people don't, but if you want to just go have a look, there's some nice photographs in there and a few stories over time, everything from how Wild Earth works to how to make sure you can see the best possible picture when you are with us on drive, and also just to various stories about the wildlife and the animals. Something about the leopard yesterday. I'll try and write something quickly about these guys this morning when we get back, get a few photographs on there for you. So yeah, sometimes it's interesting to go check it out. It's www.wildearth.tv. Just go a little bit forward here, and just while we're thinking of it, just to mention, for those of you that are struggling with the picture quality or the feed quality, if you are still in the old Windows media system, again, I don't know how to explain these things. I'm a bush boy, not a technical person, but if you do go onto the website, you'll see there's a flash server or a flash system, and that should give you better visual quality as well if you go onto that. Obviously, that benefits all of us, for all of us to see and experience this as well as we can. Well, thank you very much for that question, Pauline. Nice to know your name. It's always strange, not strange actually, for me it's perfectly normal to call people by their first name even though we haven't physically met, but I'm sure the same as you can feel it. For me there's a very real relationship with everyone on drive. We all experience and share the same beautiful thing. In this case, just look at that. How can we not all be friends to some extent if we've shared something like this? Pauline's question is, once the meat is finished, what do they do with this? Pauline, interestingly enough, yesterday this was still on the ground, and I'm quite glad to see that it didn't get stolen. They took it up a tree last night. But typically they just take it up a tree to avoid it being stolen from or by something like another